Girl,
Everybody
it's
follow
packed
the one
out
line,
here tonight.
please. Follow the one line, please.
I told you.
IDs out. I need to see IDs. Thank you, ladies. Welcome to Park Ave.
Excuse me. Hello? Can you move? What? Excuse me. Oh my God. You ready to go? Girl, I've been ready.
Hey, girl, hey. Hey.
Hello.
How you doing these days?
Ebony, let's just say I'm popping.
Popping in these streets. Oh, it was my birthday, guys, the other day.
Ladies and gentlemen, her birthday party was popping.
First of all, it was popping, but I had a good time. So shout out to everybody that came out and had brunch with me and went to the address. And Yosi, Brandy, Christy, Maria, you guys are fab.
The crew. Thanks,
guys. If you follow us on Instagram, you've seen the pictures. I was popping. I had my brunch hat on. It was a good time.
Girl, she was slaying in her brunch hat.
But
killing, murdering, first 48.
Adrianna shows up to my brunch looking like she's ready to party. It's like certain Sunday Funday outfits that you know it's about to go down. And usually it's cutoff shorts, a t-shirt, and usually it's like a t-shirt that has like some quote or like Biggie or Aaliyah.
Uh-huh.
Hers had Selena, so, you know, falls in the same line. Mm-hmm. She came in with her shades on, and like the epitome of like a brunch outfit when you know you about to fuck some shit up is when you have on Chucks, Vans, or Jordans. You don't put on sandals. You don't put on wedges.
Nothing cute.
You don't put on no heels. You don't put on shoes that's gonna hurt your feet. You ready?
You
know you about to be jumping. You know you about to be running. You know you about to be like crip walking. Yeah, you know you about to be busy. So she came with that brunch outfit, and I knew she was ready for the function.
I was here for the function.
It was Adrianna's birthday, actually.
Y'all, when I tell y'all, I went down to the function. We had a good time at the function. I was functioning at the function.
My brunch started at noon, and we decided to go somewhere after the brunch, which was cool because you know I like to be in these streets. I was cute. I like to pop.
She was,
and you know, but then I'm on alcohol probation right now, so you know it could have been.
She was buying me drinks.
If the alcohol was popping, it would have been a wrap for these streets. But since I'm on alcohol probation, I was
cute.
I was cute and on mute. I mean, I bought my people's drinks because I really still like to see people drink because, you know, it brings me joy when people are having a great time. I love people having a good time.
And I was having a great time.
Adrianna was having a good time enough for everyone at the party. Me, your mama, your cousin, your grandma, your meemaw, your
Shout
auntie.
Out to everybody that I gave hugs to.
Who did?
Cheers to.
Let me tell you something about this girl. So we go to the function and she's like, you know, at 6 o'clock, I'm going to get my life together. That's the cutoff time. I'm like, okay, cool. 6 o'clock, I got you. Like 5:45 comes, she's still out here. I see her in the line getting another shot. I'm like, oh, she ain't trying to leave it on 5:45. I mean, at 6 o'clock. So about time, I go get something to eat. I come back. It's like, oh, I ate something good too. I ate smothered steak and rice from Alfred's, the soul food place. Anyways, and some macaroni and cheese and some greens. It was popping. So I come back and I just seen it in Adrianna's face. I'm like,
you started.
I saw something in your eyes. It was a look. You were just peeking when I was like, it's 6 o'clock. Actually, it was 6:30. When I was like, it's 6:30. I thought we was leaving at 6. I looked in your face and you were just peeking. You were just really fully being in the element. I was like, oh, this bitch is gonna be here all night. Bye, girl. So, and let me tell y'all how my phone was smooth dead. Shout out to Keita. My phone was dead. So I called my homegirl. I'm like, listen, sign on to Uber, put my information in, and get me an Uber out here. So shout out to Keita for having my Uber.
Because she snatched my phone. She said, I didn't see your phone. And then next thing I know,
bye.
She said, I'm gone.
I said, bye. I'm real good. Bye. Nice meeting y'all. And I rolled. I was out. And then something told me, I was on the phone with my homegirl. It was like, mind you, this is like 2.5 hours later. Mind you, Adrianna was supposed to leave at 6:30. So now I'm texting Adrianna around like 9-ish, 10.
I was at the function, y'all.
I text her and said, go home. And my homegirl was like, well, how you know she's still out? I said, oh, she's still out. So I text her, go home. She responds, I'm still out. I figure. So what time did you get home in the morning?
I got home like at 2 something.
So you had a whole 12-hour time because you got to the brunch around 2.
2.
So you spent 12 hours.
Yeah, thotting and
Functioning.
Functioning.
Thotting and bopping.
Thotting and bopping.
Well, you came with a thought bop outfit.
And I
Anytime
bopped and thought.
Anytime cut-off shorts and some sneakers are on, especially Chucks and Vans and some cut-off shorts, that's when you ready.
Bitch, I was ready.
That's when you.
I had my little bag with the cross. I had a
crossbody.
Crossbody.
Yeah, that crossbody because then your hands are still free.
Yeah, so
yeah, and you can't carry much. You just the thing is you don't even really care about your looks. You just like you don't like you know how like when you have your big purse, you be having like your mascara, your foundation, and the little crossbody.
Yeah, nah, you don't care about your look.
You just have your lip gloss.
I didn't even have lip gloss.
Maybe chapstick, the Carmex.
I didn't even do that.
See, I told you don't care about your looks around that time.
I didn't even do that.
You throw shades on, no mascara.
And I'm done.
You done.
Done. I was out there. When I tell you, the boys was flocking. I felt like, goddamn. Okay.
The milkshake brought all the boys to the yard.
The milkshake brought the boys to the motherfucking yard, you guys. When I tell you I got my life on Sunday.
She looked like she got her life. I was there. She got her life. I agree.
I got my life. I was kissing babies, shaking hands.
She was.
You would have thought I was a politician.
About this asshole. So we sitting down, and I keep seeing her throw her drink up to random people, like cheers it in the air. So finally, I'm like, well, damn, Adrianna know a whole bunch of people. So I'm like, Adrianna, who are you cheersing? You know, when they staring at you, I just toss my glass up and say cheers. Bitch, what? Yeah, so Adrianna was out there. Every time I turned around, she was at the bar. She had an abundance of free drinks. Unfortunately,
shout out to everybody that bought me a drink, a shot, a beer.
She had like 3 beers that were open. She came to the function with $80 and said she was ready to blow it.
But God said, I have other plans for you, sweetheart. Save your money.
How much you came home with?
I came home with $50.
And you gave me like $13 to eat too. So you did good.
So, and then I paid to park at the address.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to park. I can't see behind the building, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you did a good job because you came in with your $80. You showed it to me. You said, it's all for you. And I said, follow me, bitch. But, seeing as though I'm not cocktailing these days, I'm a cheap date.
But yes, Sunday was amazing. I had the best time of my life.
You look like it.
I felt liberated.
You look like it.
I felt, like one of them, like everything was just catching my attention, and I didn't know what to do, and where to go, and who to hug first. Like I just wanted to, and everybody at the same time.
You look like it. You looked exactly like it.
And then I went to a house party afterwards.
You had a whole night,
and then I had a nightcap after that.
Where you went after that? Minding my business. Oh, okay.
I got a little minding my business.
Okay. Mind your business.
That's what we're going to call them.
Minding my business. Okay.
But yeah, that's it. That's what's popping. Your birthday party was live.
Yeah, I had a good time. So thanks for everybody, all the birthday wishes on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. My grandma called me today. My grandma called me late because my grandma usually calls me on my birthday and sings. But apparently she said her checkbook, in which I wanted to ask her why she still had a checkbook. But she said her checkbook, she had wrote something that said May 5th. So she thought it was the 5th. So that's why she was a day late on my birthday song.
Aww.
But, shout out to Lee. She still sung me happy birthday. Oh, and my auntie Londa sent me $20, girl. I woke up and I felt like Prince Hakeem. Like, for real. Because I didn't even know I had a Cash App. So I was like, doo-doo. I'm like, what is this?
What is it, doo-doo?
What is this? What is this Cash App? And then it was like, you got $20, girl.
$20?
20, bitch.
A hot 20. What did you do with that money, girl?
I bought a carafe for y'all. I bought y'all a mimosa carafe. So thank you. Thanks for the 20 that I didn't know was coming.
Thank you, Auntie.
And apparently I have a gift. My mom mailed me something, but it's not here yet.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so, I'm getting
how
older.
Do you feel? Do you feel wiser?
No, the thing is, I never felt 30. I always still feel like I'm pretending to be an adult.
I feel like that too.
Yeah, and it's just like, what day do you wake up and you're like, okay, I'm a full adult. I still feel like I'm playing house with myself. Like I'm pretending to have this stuff.
This stuff together.
Yeah, I still feel like I'm in my mid-20s trying to figure it out.
I did too.
Yeah, so turning 30, like when I turned 30, it was just like, this it? I thought I was going to have some shit together. I don't have nothing together. But honestly, and maybe it's because, sobriety and all. Unfortunately, I won't say unfortunately, that's not a bad thing. I feel at this point very just at peace. Like, I don't have no drama. I don't have nothing going on with nobody. I'm not beefing with no nigga. I'm not beefing with no bitch over no nigga. I'm not beefing with no bitches over nothing. Like, I don't have no enemies that I know of.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody cheating on me at night.
Yeah. Ain't nobody not returning your text messages.
Ain't nobody not returning my text messages. I'm not trying to roll up on nobody. I'm not trying to pop up at the club to make sure somebody's where they supposed to be.
Right.
By themselves or with their
Right.
boys.
Right.
I'm not beefing with nobody at work.
Bless.
Only person I'm beefing with is the devil, and he laid off. He let me live. So he minding his business right now too.
That's good.
So shout out to Jesus for blocking him, or shout out to the devil for saying the fuck
God blocked it. He wouldn't let you fall. Not on your birthday.
So shout out to peace. Even though I think low key, I think I left my wallet at Kroger's, but we'll figure that out. So next week, if I tell y'all I lost my wallet, I'm gonna be sad. But I really feel like I left it at Kroger's at the checkout. But
that sucks.
it does suck. I hate canceling cards. So what's popping? What's in these streets? What are you doing? And mind you, it was off air, but Adrianna had a whole lot going on when she showed up to my function. But go ahead, girl. Adrianna came in with 2 stories at once.
You guys, I'm just out here living my best life, okay? I'm out here living my best 30-something life. Hey, man, I got the juice.
You did have the juice yesterday.
I'm pouring niggas glasses.
Goodbye.
Okay, I got the juice and I'm pouring up glasses. Who want a glass?
Oh my god! So is that what's cool? So you're what's cool in the city?
I am what's cool in the city, guys. Let me tell you something. I've been on Sahara Desert for about 6-7 months.
Dry
Phone,
heat.
and the only person calling me is my mama.
And me, I call you.
And but
I call you.
Ain't nobody.
But I can't talk
me.
dirty to you.
Ain't nobody checking for me out in these streets, especially people I ain't want to check for me. I don't need certain people to check for me, but it's always the ones you don't want.
That love to call your ass.
That love to bother me.
They smell progress.
But let me tell you this: when I came out that house, and I told myself Sunday Funday is in full fucking effect.
You look like
my hair was laid.
It was. Her hair was super cute.
It was dyed, fried, and laid to the side, you guys. I had these floor glasses on my mama gave me. I had my fresh Selena Quintanilla Perez shirt on.
Come on, Fan.
Yes. And
she had on her coochie cutters.
And it was cut off on the side so you could see my bra.
Okay, peekaboo. Took me a minute ago.
I had on me some
coochie cutters.
Some coochie cutter shorts from what's that thought store?
Forever 21.
No, not Forever 21.
Zara.
Trend Mall. I went and got Trend Mall.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a cheapo store, but I bought
her booty cheeks was out.
Cheeks was clapping. Okay. No.
Snapping. Right. I think you're going too far.
Okay.
Snapping. I think you went too far with the clap.
Look, let me live my life, girl.
Okay.
I was taking pictures at the function. I walked in the function. I was waving to people.
She didn't know.
I didn't know, but they waved back.
And then Adrianna talks to people, kept coming up calling Adrianna by her fucking name, and then Adrianna would turn to me and be like,
okay, look, this is the thing. Like, okay, so a lot of times when you bartend, you see a lot of people. You don't necessarily know names. You just know faces, and you're nice because it is what it is. Like, you ain't gonna be mean. But yesterday it was a unusual amount of people.
You was popping. You was popular.
That I didn't immediately recognize.
Nigga, you didn't even know. Don't say immediately recognize.
Can I be politically correct?
Jeez, you didn't know them niggas.
I didn't immediately recognize them. So, shout out to everybody that was just being nice and friendly. And, I'm telling you, yesterday, I went to bed very satisfied. My heart was full. my heart was full knowing that you had a great time.
I did have a good. Well, I did have a really good time. It was a good function. It was some music that I needed to hear on the loudspeakers. I hadn't heard Drake "Nice for What" amongst the masses,
and you
in
got
a group,
it.
and I got it like twice.
Juvenile's "Back That Ass Up."
The thing is, I really do. I'm a fan of Cash Money, and old school Cash Money. So I need to hear Juvie and BG and
when Cash
Manny
Money
Fresh.
Records taking over for the 99 and 2000.
You know,
this girl. I mean, she had her.
I get you wrong. I get down to everything. What you want to hear?
She got it.
You know,
she held on to that hat and she went at it.
You know, Juvie told me it's a beautiful day. It's flossing season. He told me that was 400 degrees, so I feel him.
It's flossing season.
And I woke up Sunday. I was like, "This is a beautiful day
for what?
It's a beautiful day. It's flossing season." I had a couple of coins too. Yes. It was a bitch's birthday. I just came up on that 20. That 20 was amazing.
When I say God is good, come on, man. So that's what's cool in the city, man. When you've been in your dry Sahara season,
I can't
for like 6-7 months.
It be real refreshing because either you have no niggas or all the niggas.
And last night I had all the niggas. I was kissing cheeks, boy.
I cannot take it.
Yes, God, because I went from 0 to a plenty. Okay.
You know, when God blesses, He blesses in abundance.
In abundance, and honey, I was flowing in abundance last night. So
you're like the Love Jones. You're like Eliminate. Like you got like 5 people on. Like remember that on MTV when you had like 5 dates, and then throughout the
and they recapping on Mondays, talking about what you're doing, happy hour. Let's do this. Let's do that. Hell, I'm so pop. Look, let me tell you how popping I am right now. I'm so popping that my cancel dude from the couple dates ago hit me up today talking about what's up.
So Love Jones Connection technically wants to have a second season.
Yes. So, first season got canceled
prematurely.
3 episodes.
Quite prematurely.
He got canceled. So he did call me and request a do-over. So we're in preliminary screening. So we'll see what happens.
Well, that's good.
So, you guys, you know what? If you're going through your desert season, guess what? You're going to get to that promised land, the land of milk and honey. Because I was in the land of milk and honey last night. Hey, boo, come here. Give me a kiss, boy. Take your shirt off, boy. Yes, everybody. Yeah.
It's a beautiful day. It's flossing season.
It's flossing season. Ladies, get your
ladies and young man at home.
Yes, because the club is full of
ballers in their pockets full of ground.
Yes, shave your legs, ladies. Shave them armpits. Get your eyebrows waxed. Get your nails done. All white 10 toes. Come on, man. Let's use you some Sweetie. Shout out to Sweetie because your song played in the club.
And Adrianna got her life.
All right, I'm done.
Okay. Well, this week, my Woman Crush Wednesday goes to Teri Joseph. And at the end of the show, she was Teri Joseph Carter. So, did I start this last week? So, they added a channel to my TV and it's called Aspire TV. And apparently it's black shows. And anybody who knows me knows I live for like old school 90s reruns. Like of everything. I never get tired of a rerun of nothing. Like I'm ridiculous like that. So Aspire plays a lot of soul food. Now soul food came out like when I was in high school. So that's like between like 2000, maybe it started in like 1999. But the bulk of it was when I was in high school. So between 2000 and 2004. And I remember the movie, Vivica Fox was in the original movie, and I was obsessive about Vivica Fox. So of course, I went to see the movie Soul Food 5 billion times because we had did you guys have a dollar theater in Corpus Christi?
I sure did.
Okay, so I used to go, like during the summer, we used to go to the dollar theater damn near like every week, and every week for like 2 months, I used to watch Soul Food. So I seen Soul Food in the movie theater in a rational amount of time. Like, I'm talking about like in the 20s. Like, we went all the time, and I always was like, well, I'm gonna go see Soul Food because I was obsessive, and Faith had stuff with Terry Husband, and it was a good movie, and I love Vivica Fox, and it was everything to me. So then they popped this show off, and of course, I think we had Showtime, or maybe we didn't have Showtime. I feel like we had HBO and Cinemax, and I begged my mom to get Showtime because I'm like, oh my God, Soul Food's about to have a TV show. I gotta watch it because I love Maxine. because Maxine was Vilka Fox's character in the movie. Well, the show comes, I end up hating Maxine and Kenny because Kenny was like really misogynistic and kind of an asshole. And then I realized that Maxine was kind of annoying. But in the process, I realized I loved Teri Joseph's character. Mm-hmm. And then her boyfriend, her on and off boyfriend, who ended up being her husband, was Damon Carter, which ended up being her real life fine ass husband, Boris Kodjoe. He's so fun. Listen, so basically last week I seen it on TV and I was like, shit, this is edited and it got commercials. I own the Soul Food DVDs. Let me just revisit this classic ass show. So I've literally been watching Soul Food for the past week. I have not watched anything else on TV. Like every day I come home, I watch Soul Food. I go to bed, Soul Food was playing. Before Adrianna came over here, I was watching Soul Food. I fall asleep to them. I wake up to them. I watch nothing on television but Soul Food. I'm on season 4 right now, and Damon just proposed to Teri. I love them. But while I was watching it, I guess when you're a kid and you watch like certain TV shows, you don't fully grasp it because you're a kid.
Yeah.
So actually I took some notes. So while I was watching it, because I knew I was going to make Teri my Woman Crush Wednesday, who was played by Nicole Ari Parker, by the way.
Nice.
I was watching Soul Food and I realized that show was actually ahead of its time because one of the episodes, Teri Joseph fights a case for Babyface, and Babyface basically is a part of like a Me Too scandal.
Oh.
They had an episode dedicated to police brutality and police using excessive force. Damon ended up being an alcoholic, which was like now watching it, they built it up. But I remember like back in the day, I was just like, damn, that nigga alcoholic. But now watching him, I'm like, oh, this nigga was lit. Oh, he was lit at the functions. Damon was lit at the functions, bitch. He looked like a good time though. I felt bad knowing that like Teri was home crying about him having a problem, and I was watching him like, damn, he fine and he looked fun. He's fine and he looked like a good time. It's because that nigga was a full-blown alcoholic.
God,
and then one thing about Soul Food that I realized I appreciate is they used to have musical guests. And back in the day, TV shows used to always do like musical guests. Like, did you watch Rock? You ever watch the show Rock?
I want to say I have.
I've watched Rock, but I don't remember the episodes. But like randomly, they'll like, I think somebody in the show owned like a nightclub or a bar. So randomly they'll do these like musical guests. Mm-hmm. So Soul Food stayed having musical guests, and so far I didn't write all the names down, but on the show, they've had India R.E., Deborah Cox, Sunshine Anderson, Kelly Price, John B., and Music Soul Child. John B., girl. But then John B. was signed to like Tracy Edmonds, like publishing company or something. And Tracy Edmonds is the person who actually created Soul Food or something like that. And then they also did like an R.Kelly plot where Berg used to sleep with her high school teacher. And I was like, look at this being R.Kelly. Look at this nigga sleeping with the kids. So now, and they had a trans woman incident too. So I was watching it like, damn, this show really could play right now and be fully effective and fully like within the time because of what the issues they were dealing with. But Teri is my Woman Crush Wednesday because she had all the money. Damon Carter's fine as fuck, and Nicole Ari Parker ended up marrying Boris Kodjoe in real life. So they're just like a fine ass, sexy couple with these beautiful kids. What? Like the little girl looks like him, the little boy looks like her. They're just a fine fucking couple. Boris Kodjoe is just so fine. Like, I'm watching every episode he show up. I just be like, damn, he fine. Like, how did God do that?
Bless.
And even like Soul Food sex scenes are so outrageous. Like, I was watching them. Somebody just had sex. Somebody with Bird and Limb. And I was watching it like, y'all was out here getting it for real on Showtime. But Teri had all the money. She was super smart. She's super pretty. You know, she was shitting on them. She was very funny acting to people she didn't fuck with. You know, essentially Teri had the type of attitude I like. Like if Teri didn't see it for you immediately, she just didn't see it for you and she didn't play it. She didn't see it for Lim. She let that nigga know every episode she didn't see it for him. She didn't see it for some of Bird's friends. She let the niggas know every day that she didn't see it for him. Like the girl was trying to...
Sometimes you have to remind niggas you ain't shit.
Yo, the girl was talking to Bird. It was like, you know, I'll be here if you need anything. Teri handed the bitch her purse. Was like, here you go. You need to go. Teri was just everything. And she stood by Damon, and Damon was out here just giving her the business for no reason. Damon was actually a piece of shit. Looking back too, because I thought he was fine then, but looking at the episodes now, Damon put that girl through hell and didn't have to. And then like the chick he was sleeping with, Christine, ended up committing suicide, and then he goes to Teri's house drunk, crying about Christine, and she like nurtured him back to health and let him live with her, and just felt bad that the girl committed suicide. And I'm like, but then Teri finally got honest with like her therapist and was like, I mean, I don't want to tell nobody that I'm kind of happy she gone. I'm like, that's my type of nigga. I'm happy she gone too, Teri. I'm happy me and you feel the same way.
Boom.
I'm sorry the bitch committed suicide, but I needed her gone. So no. Soul Food is good. If y'all have not watched Soul Food for real, go. I feel like all the episodes.
I never got into it. Maybe it was just too grown up for me.
Oh no, I was obsessed with Soul Food. It used to come on Wednesday nights, and our school used to have basketball games Wednesday night. So I used to be ready to break my damn neck trying to get home to get to Soul Food, because I watched it every Wednesday. But I think my little brother might have been asleep by that time. But I was in the living room, center floor, because we didn't have Showtime in our bedrooms. It was only in the living room. I recorded it on I recorded each episode on VHSs, so I used to rewatch the bitches all week. And then like I even remember when Teri and Damon broke up that last time after they got engaged, and like she's like begging this nigga to stay. Like he tried to leave her. He was like, I'm about to go get some boxes. So she plays like she sleeps, but she hears him. While he's going to get boxes, she goes to the closet, cleans the closet out, packs all his stuff up, puts it in her car, because she's like, you're not leaving me. Like, I'm not going to let you walk out. And like, I even remember then, like, damn, I hope I never get like that over a nigga. And like, essentially, she begged this nigga to stay, and this nigga was just like, I'm out.
Damn.
Girl, that hurt my soul. It hurt my soul just like it's about to come. That episode about to come up. But I seen that episode like randomly, like on a one-off day, and I was just like, damn, you really begged him to stay with you. And that nigga really just took his shit and left.
Ooh.
Like, I remember as a kid, like, I was in high school, like, damn, I hope I never feel like that in life. She did that. And Nicole Ari Parker and Boris Kodjoe did that. So shout out to them. They're such a cute couple.
They are.
I love they had a show on UPN. It got canceled after one season. UPN was good for giving people one season. UPN stayed giving niggas one season and cut their ass right off. But shout out to them. Nicole Ari Parker, I just need you to know Boris Kodjoe's fine as hell. And if somebody wants to give me a 2-hour Where Are They Now Soul Food, I will watch it. I'm down. Tracy Edmonds, Babyface, y'all get that shit together. Nicole Ari Parker,
bless. You are blessed.
Bless your life. Bless your soul. Bless your vagina. Bless that nigga. Y'all are they just a fine couple together. And he speaks German. Oh, God damn it. What did you do in life, Nicole Ari Parker?
To get so lucky.
He probably like a menace too. I bet you like when we say she gotta know he fine. Cause I was about to say maybe when we say he's fine, she just
she know he fine.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe she's like, oh no, cause he leave his socks. But I'm like, he's still fine, just fine, leaving his socks in the middle of the floor. I'll pick him up. I'll pick him up.
Good.
I don't mind.
You want your other one? You want me to? I'm gonna put it over here.
Because I think I see the interview and she was just saying like he leaves stuff like he's messy. Like I guess like a man like leaves stuff around the house and she was complaining. And I'm just like, bitch, I'll pick that shit up.
Just to look at him.
Just. Boris Kodjoe, boy, your parents didn't do nothing wrong on that one. You got a brother?
Seriously.
Boris Kodjoe, if somebody get this to Boris, ask Boris he got a nephew. Nah, but Boris Kodjoe got daddy fine on Soul Food too. Like Soul Food, he was cute. Then somewhere around season 3, he shaved his head, went completely bald, and I just knew then I should sit on his face. He's just fine. He's just so fine. Whew. But shout out to y'all.
Fine.
Soul Food, you was good to me. You was real, real good to me. But and I'm almost done. I'm be sad. I'm halfway through season 4. I think they went to season 5.
Just rewatch it, fool.
I probably am, because I've watched nothing on TV but Soul Food. I'm actually embarrassed to say that, but whatever.
No, don't be embarrassed. I've been watching nothing but Will and Grace.
I couldn't get into that. I tried.
Oh, I love Will and Grace.
Oh, and speaking of Will, shout out to Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett and Willow Smith and her mother. I think her mother's name's Adrian. I watched the first episode where Jada and Will's first wife, Cherie Fletcher, talks, and that was a good conversation. A young Jada was out here giving hell. And Cherie should have whooped your ass. But with that being said, I'm happy, Y'all out here thriving. What made me sad, because they were like boohoo crying about that Will's first son, Trey, or Cherie's son, Trey or whatever. And I kind of feel like they were like super crying because Cherie was like, the one thing she said she feels bad about is she didn't give Trey what Willow and Jaden have, which is both their parents being in the house. And then Willow was like, you know, just just naturally, it's like he was off to himself. And I'm like, it makes sense because he lives with his mom. So naturally you have a bond with your sibling in the house. And then you and your sibling actually came from the same two people. Right. So it's just a different relationship and vibe. But then, because then I be reading comments all the time about Trey Smith. And people be like, oh, I ain't know Will had a first child. Let me tell y'all gonna put some respect on Trey's name. That Just the Two of Us video that played every day on BET.
Just the two.
Yes, my daddy's a very sensitive subject. Bitch, y'all better stop. And it was a whole book behind that too. Will and Trey have a kid book. That. Yeah, and Trey was the one who was doing red carpets in the cowboy outfit during Wild Wild West. He had on his fatigue during Independence Day. He had on his little black suit during Men in Black. Y'all gonna put some respect on Trey's name. That's what y'all won't do, is that like Trey not in here. But that's that. So this week, we're recovering from Me Too.
You too?
You too.
Me too.
Me too. So I guess first things first, because really, we missed last week, so this would have been the topic for last week when you guys were like obsessive about Bill Cosby, and I kind of was too. What do you think about Bill Cosby's verdict?
That nigga did it.
So
hey man, you do the time, you do the crime.
You do the crime.
You do the crime, you do the time.
Thank you. Do you think everybody, because you know like that Time magazine had like 30 women or like something crazy, 40 women? Do you think he did that to all 40 women?
I don't think he did it to all the women. Mm-hmm. I think he did do it to some of the women, but I think that there is there is something out in this world that doesn't want certain people to have a upper hand. You know, there's this rumor that he was gonna buy NBC, and
I remember that
the elites said no way, so we have to create a smear campaign. Now again, I do think that some of that shit he did, absolutely, I feel like he was popping.
Well, he did. He said he put it might have been cough medicine. I can't remember the quote exactly, but he did admit to giving I don't know if it was multiple people, if he said a specific person, a Quaalude or whatever, not Robitussin, but whatever.
But they
didn't know. So he did it essentially. And if you admit it and say I did it on this one occasion, people aren't going to believe you that you did it on that one occasion.
They're going to spice it up. They're going
to remix it.
And shake it up and then pour it out in some other shit.
Yeah. So for me, the only thing I have with Me Too is people need to, because I don't want to offend them. Okay, so when it's like 50 people, I have like a hard time believing everybody's story. And that's just me. Not saying that
it didn't happen.
Yeah, not saying that it didn't happen to some people in the bunch. But then it's a very thin line between people who are giving you their honest story and then people who are just jumping on the bandwagon. And then some people just, want the coins or whatever the case might be. But in Bill's Cosby case, he did admit to it. Out of all the women that came out, I do think there is a handful of women in that group that definitely he did some shady shit to. I do think there's some women in the group who probably were popping pills and doing the drugs or doing the stuff with him.
Right. And
then it's like now all the stories come out and it's like, oh well, that happened to me too. And it's like, no, I don't think he snuck it up on you, girl. You wrote that shit yourself, bitch. Not like that, but it's out of 50 people, when people come out and it starts getting too irrational for me, I have to like shut down the internet a little bit or shut down reading stories and wait till everything pans out, because then the media boosts stuff up. But like I said, in Bill Cosby's case, he did admit I can't remember if he admitted for one person or maybe a couple of people, but at the end of the day, if you admit it for one person, it's not hard to believe that you didn't do it to multiple.
Especially if you knew you weren't going to get caught.
Especially if you got away with it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's unfortunate.
It is, but you know, y'all niggas gotta do better, man. Stop. Y'all know the women would just do it off of GP.
People really would just do it, so I don't really understand why you niggas feel the need to drug people and slip stuff in people's drinks. And because I actually know a girl who had somebody slip something in her drink at a nightclub, and they had sex with her, and they threw her back in her car, and they didn't close her car door all the way, and she was still not clothed, and the security guard found her.
That's awful.
So it's like,
damn.
and y'all do that with people. It's like, if a girl don't want to fuck, fine, but it's somebody who would want to fuck. Like, just why do y'all have to be so animalistic about it and barbaric about it all the time? Y'all are just men are so fucking weird and gross a lot of times, and creeps. Like, y'all don't have to be creeps.
Creepy.
All the time. Do you think, but my only issue too is, do you think that they should take off the Cosby Show off television?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, you can't, that's something that is like, that's just like saying, yeah, we know R. Kelly did some dumb shit, some fucked up shit, but am I gonna stop listening to Step in the Name of Love?
No.
I'm not. I'm sorry. And granted, I'm totally against everything that he has been doing or what has been alleged. I'm against it. But Step in the Name of Love is a good song.
So you think we should ignore people's shitty ways because if they have good art?
I mean, you can't make me undo 20 years of loving something in an instant. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't even look at it like that.
You don't think? I mean, because essentially, like, my only thing with, okay, so my thing with the Cosby Show is, I understand that Heathcliff Huxtable and the Huxtables are fake people. Them niggas ain't real.
I can separate that.
So, like, and granted, I've never been a huge Cosby Show watcher. I know the episode when Vanessa has big fun. I know the episode when they sing the Ray Charles song. Mm-hmm. I do love when they play the John Coltrane. I can't think of the name, but it's a John Coltrane song, or what is it when you do jazz? Like a jazz song or whatever. And it's the da-na-na-na-na, and him and Claire are like on the sofa, and she cuts the apple, and I remember that, and I remember like certain episodes, but because I wasn't like a huge Cosby Show watcher, it doesn't bother me if it is on or off TV. I don't think taking it off TV
is going to do anything. Because once,
okay, you take it off TV,
he's just not going to get paid.
But then now everyone else is not getting paid. True. He's not the only person on this show.
I mean,
and arguably he's not even the favorite person on the show.
So that's just like, okay, with Harvey Weinstein, we have all these women talking shit about this motherfucker, right? So y'all gonna start pulling his movies? Every movie that he produced, y'all gonna pull him off the thing?
But my thing is, how do we decide what we're gonna pull? Okay, so if we take off the Cosby Show, he actually created a different world. So there's a different world to go off too. Because listen, a different world is actually like in my top 3 favorite shows.
And you will have a.
I mean, I have it on DVD, but you know, I still would feel a way about it because now you cut into Whitley Gilbert money and she didn't do nothing to you. But if we pull the Cosby Show, that's what I mean. If we're pulling the Cosby Show, do we pull everything he's affiliated with? Or do we just pull the Cosby Show because everybody's butthurt?
I mean, I don't know. People are just so up in arms about it.
Because yeah, like, how do we decide? Like, how do we decide what gets pulled? Because my thing too about R. Kelly, I haven't bought an R. Kelly album since The Chocolate Factory.
I haven't bought it since the
TP2.
Since his album was R. Kelly. That was That was 95, 96. That was before. It was like 95, 96. It was the one with You Remind Me.
Hey, I just seen that video too. I wanna ride. I just seen that video on MTV, and that was the thing about R. Kelly. So maybe like a year and a half ago, I have a friend who works at the stadium, and he was like performing, and she was like, "Oh, I got these tickets to see R. Kelly. because she could get him for free. And she was like, I'm not going to go see him because, you know, he's trash. And the tickets was free, so I went. I think I stayed like halfway through. I stayed long enough to hear like what I wanted to hear, and then just went on. And then, but even when I went, looking in the crowd, it's definitely that 90s crowd. Like it is clearly, he don't have like no young fans at all, which is pretty odd because he like young hoes. He only had like grown people, and those are probably the people who's sticking by him right now. But like when maybe last week or earlier last week, they did that Me Too silence R.Kelly. And basically I was like reading some comments, and you don't feel like we're a part of the problem because we entertain it? Because this is the thing. When I'm not gonna lie, maybe 2 weeks ago I did play TP2 because I was humming one of the songs. I forgot what song I was humming. I was humming some song, and then I was like, let me listen to this song right quick because it's been in my head. And then when I played it, it just went ahead and played the rest of TP2, and I was like, oh God, I used to really love this album, but I didn't think anything of it, and I went on about my day. And then that following, maybe a week later, that's when Shonda Rhimes and everyone was like, you know, Shonda Rhimes, Ava,
canceled.
Like he's canceled, mute R.Kelly. And then that's when I was reading, I was like, damn, we really are the problem because we're the consumers. And my thing is,
we've been known.
We've been known. But do you think it's like our duty to make a stance and let people know we don't care? I mean, let people know we care about these women or these alleged women, even though he did get acquitted 14 years ago. He got acquitted on 14 counts.
We've been new. He was fucking with Aaliyah. We knew that. He married the girl. So we knew that then.
But
so I don't understand. Like, that's my thing. Like, when people know of these type of allegations or what, these rumors, and they have concrete evidence that these are in fact true, but you want to bring some shit up like 20 years later, nigga, y'all are stupid.
So but can you actually say that times have changed? Because really that's what this is about. Times really have changed, and people are sticking up.
Right. People are sticking up.
So do you think it's all right now? Granted, we've been new, but do you think it's our...
But at the same time, we are just... We're I don't want to say being hypocrites, but it's like, now come on, y'all. I read it on Twitter. This nigga said he is the Pied Piper.
Yeah, that's a man who sings music and gets kids.
Get lures kids.
Yeah, but do you think now, like,
and we Pied Piper?
No, but do you think now, because if you know better, do better? I didn't care. Like, truth be told, I didn't care about that Aaliyah shit. I was a kid when that shit happened. If Aaliyah was 15,
but they were still adults. So who was an adult then? The people that's rocking with them, the ones that's in the crowd
now. Everyone's like, okay, cool.
But why is it okay now? I mean, why is it not okay now?
Because if you know better,
okay.
Because it's just different times. If you know better, do better. So you're just saying because we didn't cut him off from jump, we should just let it go now. We should just let him.
No, I'm not saying let it go. No, I think that if you are doing wrong and you are harming and being manipulative to people, and you are not uplifting, encouraging, and supporting them, but you're creating chaos in somebody else's life or impacting somebody in a negative way, I think that whatever karma that you have should come back to you tenfold. However, I feel like people that are just so up in arms about all of this shit, now come on now.
You're just saying it's late in the game.
Y'all late in the game.
So basically,
this nigga was what Aaliyah came out in 95,
but you know, truth
94.
Be told, I'm gonna tell you honestly, the thing about R. Kelly, and I noticed too, was the people that was speaking out against R. Kelly were people who weren't in the music industry, with the exception of maybe 2 people. And then the people that did speak out in the music industry, to me, didn't have no direct affiliation or ties with him, because R. Kelly has worked heavily with R&B people and rappers.
Right.
And I noticed that all these rappers and all these R&B artists, they didn't say anything at all. And I think that has a lot to do with people have a lot more skeletons in their closet than people speak out against the stuff that they didn't do before, if that makes sense.
Right.
So I can speak out about all this stuff, or they speak out about stuff they genuinely disagree with.
Right.
So I can speak against all this stuff because I watch artists and people and celebrities. You'll see people, and I watch family and just my regular friends on Facebook. You'll see them pray for France or pray for here and pray for there, and then they had that shooting down at that club in Orlando Pulse when it was all the gay people.
Nobody want to put no healing hands up.
Yeah, then I noticed like who didn't say anything about that, and then you'll see police brutality, and you'll start saying who's not saying like stop police brutality. So what I've noticed is
people
the music
can choose,
but then you know more about how they are and who they are and what they think. Because I noticed that honestly, everybody that said something, 99.9% were people who don't have no direct affiliation with R.Kelly. It was like the Kerry Washingtons, the Viola Davises of the world, the Johnny Smollets. It wasn't all these people from the 90s. It wasn't all these artists who speaking up about Black Lives Matter. It wasn't these rappers who speak up about Black Lives Matter. But then it reminded me too when I start realizing the silence in the music industry itself. What it made me realize is people, even though R. Kelly married Aaliyah, which was fucking weird and gross, and he really should have went to jail, Aaliyah's peers that were her age around that same time were also dating people over 20. So I think that has a lot to do with it because a lot of her peers and a lot of the other men who were probably R. Kelly's age in the industry was doing some damn trickery too on the low.
Again,
because I found it hella interesting. It's like, nobody ain't got
nothing to say. Nobody gonna say, yo, nigga, the girl did the thing.
R. Kelly wrote for you. You ain't got nothing to say? You, what? Oh, well, I guess he did write a hit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just honestly think, like, it's way, I get it. Karma is a motherfucker. People will always get what they deserve. And I think that even in all cases, all parties that have done things that are wrong to women, they're getting their karma. But at the same time, everybody been new.
Yeah, my thing about R. Kelly is this.
Let's not be like you just found out about this shit. Nah.
Yeah, because somebody was trying to tell me, like, go through the story. And I'm like, I've been to R. Kelly was going down to McDonald's and getting girls in high school.
So we know that. So why didn't we get
Sparkle
upset?
Ben told y'all Sparkle was on that stand with some Fendi shades or some Chanel shades telling y'all that ndefense was nasty.
And again,
Sparkle
why didn't we get upset then?
No. In defense, people did get upset. I remember them bulldozing. It was it TP2? What came? It might have been TP2. They was down there bulldozing Aura, TP2, and they was down there. They was down there. But I remember that shit. It was like a pastor on the streets of Chicago was going goddamn ham. Now that's one thing I can say.
It wasn't. Well, even though we didn't have social media,
but social media changed the game too, so you can't really compare the times because if social media was out then, a lot of stuff would have been a bigger issue, and a lot of stuff that kind of we slid by in the 90s wouldn't been. Please, if Left Eye would have burned down Andre Rising house with social media, we wouldn't have heard the end of it. That would have been a week-long story. But honestly, people really were mad at R. Kelly, and it was some shit. But the thing is, I think with him being acquitted and Ignition being so popping. It worked for his favor. I'm sorry, Ignition was a poppin' ass song. Ignition goes the fuck off. It is. It did. It does. Like I can't.
You can't. But that's
I can't deny the music.
You can't take that away from him.
So do you think? Okay, with that,
in spite of that other side.
So people can be shit people, but you still can listen to their music.
At the end of the day, I don't put people on a pedestal to think that they are above not doing something or
I guess me too.
And I think sometimes that we put these people on pedestals.
You want them to be your role model. You want them to be
you
perfect.
Want them to be like live this whatever expectation that you have of them. You want to really believe that that's them, but in reality, they are human fucking beings.
Janet, don't disappoint me, girl.
Are flawed as fuck, and I love Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. I'm a Jay-Z fan, hardcore, but the nigga cheated on Beyonce.
Nigga shit. At the end of the day, that's
but even still, I'm just like, damn, my nigga was really out here like that. Like wilding like that? You almost lost the baddest girl in the game, my nigga?
I do think
you was about to let OT Genesis snatch your girl.
Cause she loved OT Genesis.
No,
Cause she
knew-
plays a lot of his music at her concerts.
I knew niggas didn't give a shit when Eric Benet cheated on Halle Berry. And I'm going to say that Halle Berry was bad as shit and Eric Benet didn't have Halle money. Jay-Z got a whole swag of his own, so I could see that more so than Eric Benet cheating on Halle Berry.
Even still.
Eric Benet cheated on Halle Berry in the 90s.
Even still, like...
Or early 2000s.
And even like how, you know, the Rockefeller dynasty, all that shit broke up and shit like that. Like, a lot of that shit is kind of like disappointing because even... Whatever. But... I think, like, you can't put people on a pedestal. You can't put nobody on a pedestal.
I mean, I'm putting, except for Janet Jackson, girl. Pedestal. Pedestal, girl.
But I don't. And I think that's what's the problem with a lot of people. And that's probably why people are so up in arms about this stuff. It's like people place these unrealistic expectations.
Because Loki, I'm gonna tell you, truth be told, because people keep saying America's dead to Bill Cosby. I was like, that nigga was America's dead this whole time. Where I been?
Like, you want my daddy?
Like, that nigga. I mean, I don't even like my daddy. I know Bill Cosby was my daddy.
Like, who said that?
Yeah, but maybe I'm like.
But again, it's that mentality. Like, you place this nigga as America's dad.
Y'all, sometimes the media and people make people lie to them. Because if they play a certain role, like, okay, so like, I'll use Brandy as an excuse. She came out, she seemed so innocent. She had the box braids and she loved Whitney Houston. And then she got older and it's like, you can't rebel because now you've been put in this box of, you got to be Miss Goody Two Shoes. So then when she gets pregnant and all that shit comes down, now you're not what they thought you were. So now, boom, they can't deal. That's one thing and I think Monica did well and Monica always will succeed is because
she
Monica
kept it real.
She kept 100% herself even when they didn't want her to be. When they told her not to chop off her hair, she chopped off her hair. She was getting tattoos. And I think that keeps you sane in a sense.
Absolutely. I mean, but Brandy said that in her recent interview. She said that she wasn't singing songs that were her.
Yeah. And of the time now, too. Brady's another one, though, who used to talk to Wanya when she was underage. And Wanya was like 20-something from Boys to Men. Because I really thought it was really odd. Because speaking of, like, people choosing their battles, Wanya was on the Breakfast Club. And I think Charlamagne asked him, did he have sex with Brandy when she was clearly underage and they were dating? And he was like, in every country that was legal. And then, like, they laughed it off. And it was just like...
Yeah. It's that kind of shit. Like... Well, again, it's like... And
didn't Lindsay Lohan date that one guy from that 70s show and he was in his 20s?
Kylie Jenner was dating Tyga.
Yeah, Kylie Jenner was definitely dating Tyga.
What's fucking the nigga? 17.
So do you think, you said that, you know, their music kind of should be separated. Do you think their accolades should be taken away?
No. I mean, for what? That's just such a waste of energy.
And I agree with that.
That's just such a waste of energy. Y'all over here stripping niggas because, okay... I get it. He did some fucked up shit, right? But y'all gonna renege?
Because this is the thing. I was actually low-key, I got a question. If somebody want to tweet me the answer, how many honorary doctors do Bill Cosby have? Because listen, this motherfucker done got like 52 taken away. And truth be told, I really don't think he give a damn. I really don't think he knew he had all them honorary degrees. I really don't think he give a shit. And y'all just making news just to say it. And I genuinely think he at the house like, I don't give a fuck about y'all honorary degrees. I didn't care then. Definitely don't care now. But with that being said, and then they took his star off the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Do you think people should do that though?
That's extra. Y'all doing the most.
Because that was my thing too. It's like y'all taking away. Oh, we're just going to make the Cosby Show disappear. Because here's my thing. At the end of the day, the Cosby Show still did its purpose. The reason we have Blackish is because the Cosby Show. Any black family that isn't in the hood that's living good, that's living like normal lives and got both parents and the parents work.
Cosby Show
is a spinoff to basically and the Cosby Show.
But you cannot take away that history though. You can't take that away despite of what that person did outside of the show. You cannot take away what that show has done. One, for people of color, and two, or giving us a positive image of a black family, and two, providing that gateway to having other successful shows that
the Hugleys,
that have
the Bernie Mac show.
have that same positive image for black families. You can't take that away. As much as you want to say this nigga did this X, Y, and Z to these girls, okay, that's him. That's him. That's his personal. Not Heathcliff Huxtable didn't do that. Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable was over there with his kids, teaching lessons.
Didn't cheat on Claire.
He didn't cheat on Claire. He loved Claire Huxtable. Okay? He came down them stairs. Rudy was, he tried to help Bubba, put him on his lap. But what is it? But I mean, you can't take that. You can't take that away from him. As much they can strip the Hollywood star off the thing. They can take all away his honorary degrees. You can cancel his show. But the fact of the matter is... Please don't cancel A Different World. The fact of the matter is you can never cancel what he's provided to the entertainment industry. You cannot take that away because people still remember that shit.
They do.
You can't.
And yeah, he's guilty, but he gonna appeal.
I mean, it is what it is.
He gonna die before he go to jail, though.
I mean, it is what it is.
That nigga like 90. How old Bill Cosby? 80,
who knows?
91? 82?
But it's just like, okay, why y'all put that nigga on a pedestal for y'all to be so disgusted?
Do you think it's a race thing?
Of course it's a race thing. Look at Harvey Weinstein. That nigga did that shit. You got hoes abused and misused. People like
Kevin Spacey.
They ain't do shit to them. Like, they lost in space. They stories are lost in space right now. Harvey Weinstein gonna take a private jet to Arizona and try to duck and dodge shit. Yeah, it's a race thing.
Do you think so? Because it kind of looks like I always say, white women choose their race. Because it makes more sense for white women to choose their race because being a woman is being a minority. And like if you're a black man, you're still a man and that's better than being black. And when you're a black woman, you just kind of fuck because you're black and you're a woman. That's like a double. That's a double negative. So do you think the reason R.Kelly is able to go under the radar and Bill Cosby wasn't is the demographic of women they were dating? Because technically, R.Kelly, and that's one thing, R.Kelly was just getting like black inner city Chicago girls. Like all his stories, we talk about how he was picking them bitches up from McDonald's for number 2.
I mean,
and then Bill Cosby was messing with predominantly white women.
Mm-hmm. And again, black men messing with white women in an industry that don't like niggas. Come on now. Come on, man.
Boy.
2 + 2 = 4. He a nigga with money. Now they'll let you make some money, but
you can't make too much money.
You can't make too much money, and then you want to be fucking they bitches.
The white jizzle.
Nah, fam. It's they like we finna get this nigga, but we just gotta wait. We gotta wait till he fuck up, and he fucked up, and then he tried to do. Like, it's like one of those things where, like, you did wrong in your past, but you trying to change and be a better person and trying to do better things or whatever, and you got all this money, and you like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy a fucking TV station, or not a TV station.
Is that true?
They say it's true, man. He's trying to buy a cable network.
Because the only reason I knew about Bill Cosby giving girls Quaaludes was because of that comedian that said the joke in 2014, and that rehashed it. I never knew nothing about that television show. That was some shit I heard later.
He tried to buy NBC. He was in talks of buying it, and that's when the smear campaign was created.
This originally started I thought this all originally started when that boy made that joke.
But then again,
they just happened to coincide.
Come on, man. Coincidence? And then a week later, some bitch talking about Bill Cosby did this to me. I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence. I believe in conspiracies. So I personally don't think it's a coincidence. But at the end of the day, you can't take away what Bill Cosby has done as far as showing positive images of black families on television. Now, what that nigga did when that director yelled cut
and he went home.
We ain't gonna do that.
In his town car. Now that's completely different. But, and at the end of the day, karma is a motherfucker. Whatever you put into this world, you will get it back. And apparently he's getting his karma back. Now, I'm not God. I'm not a judge. But all I can say is, you know, you can't, like, people can't be up in arms about something that has been going on for years. Come on, like, y'all trying to cancel. Y'all trying to cancel niggas that's been doing the same shit for 20 years.
I think it's if you know better, you do better.
Okay, but don't put the man in, like, separate.
Because I think now
you have to separate the person from the music. You have to separate the craft. You have to separate the artist from the craft.
So if a nigga's a murderer and he got good music, it's okay.
Well, I mean, hey, if it's look, if it bops, it bops. I'm sorry. I'm a real ass motherfucker. If it bops, it bops. But goddamn it,
like I told you,
I'm not going to stream it. I'm not going to give you your coins.
You won't buy it. Because that was the thing. And I think that is what really... What I get from Shonda Rhimes and them and the whole Me Too people... And I'm saying Shonda because that was like the first one that popped up on my timeline. But the people who said mute R.Kelly or whatever... And it's a website if you guys are interested in looking at it. What I got from them is they knew... Because people always be like, R.Kelly... Auntie money strong. Meaning women of the 90s... keep R.Kelly employed. And the only way to stop his bag legitly is for radio stations, streaming services, and everybody to just cut his music off. Because that is the truth. Truth be told, I was sitting on my sofa the other day on my cell phone watching the 90s block, I think is what they call it, or 90s something on MTV2. And they end up playing You Remind Me of My Jeep. I didn't get up to go find my remote to change the channel. I didn't go, it's R.Kelly on TV. I didn't do all that. This was like 2 or 3 days ago.
And you
I was like,
you said,
all I did, I looked over.
Don't you remind me.
Nah. Before that started, I looked and I was like, this old nigga, this old pedophile. And then the beat started and I was just still in my cell phone, like humming along with the song. So I guess mute R.Kelly would be y'all niggas stop. Because actually, if they stop playing,
y'all stop getting.
If y'all stop playing R.Kelly, I wouldn't go search it either.
Yeah, I mean, I don't search R.Kelly.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like if they actually, but then that makes me feel bad because then at the end of the day, it's like people shouldn't have to stop playing R.Kelly for me to stop listening to R.Kelly. But with that being said, I'm not gonna be looking for no remote to change the channel. And I'm not going to stop the DJ. I'm not going to be at the function and the DJ, decides to play Ignition. I'm not going to be the nigga that's like, hold up. DJ, don't play R. Kelly. Don't play R. Kelly, DJ.
R. Kelly.
Like, I'm not gonna do all that either. I'm just gonna be like, oh, you playing R. Kelly? Am I gonna give this a 2-step or not? How I feel right now. So, I mean, I feel like a terrible person in that, because I had a friend who was like, I changed the station when R. Kelly's on. I was like, I don't be having the time. If he on, he just on.
I'm still gonna play "Step in the Name of Love" if I ever get married.
I never really got into it like that.
I really like that song. And I'm sorry, and I'll admit it. And y'all can bash me if you want to. Do you
remember what you said yesterday?
What'd I say?
You said you're going to do men too. You're going to start treating men like they treat women. You start yelling men too. You said, I'm going to do men too so I can treat men the way they treat women. Men too. Men
you
too.
Know what?
And I was like, you idiot. Go sit down.
Yesterday, I was really feeling myself. Any nigga that I felt was giving me like that perverted eye, when niggas give you that perverted, you can feel it. And I just be like, what's up, nigga? Take your shirt off. What's up?
You did say you was a part of the Men Too campaign. So you just saying F it. Everybody gonna be on the same playing field. I grab you, you grab me, we grab each other.
Bitch.
Terrible!
No. The other night, I was out in Humble and at the bar, and we were taking shots, right? And so I said, you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck y'all niggas. You know what? Anybody that got a penis in here, they need to take their shirt off. And then the guy just looked at me and he was like, for what? I said, because women have been oppressed, abused, and just treated horribly. And now it's our time.
So fuck y'all. Take your shirt off. You want a shot? I want to see some chest.
I can't take you seriously.
I want to see the chest.
I can't.
Matter of fact, make it jump.
I need somebody to report a Me Too incident on you.
Matter of fact, make it jump.
I need somebody to report you.
And get real close to me because I want to feel it on my cheek.
I cannot take it. I cannot take it.
I want to feel that titty on my cheek.
I cannot take it. So with that being said, everybody keep your hands to yourself. Even though Travis Smiley, I remember my friend got mad because I was talking to somebody and they got like annoyed with me because Travis Smiley, Travis Smiley had some Me Too people coming out saying like they was dating him and they were like the assistant and they felt like they had to have sex with him to keep his jobs, but then come to find out like he was dating some of them. And my friend was like, he is the boss. He should be dating him anyway. And I'm like, who don't want to mess with the boss? I know this sounds terrible as hell, but if I worked in this, I like people in positions of power. So if I was somebody's secretary and my boss was fine, I would be one of the people trying to. But then on top of that, you can't really talk to me because I talked to like 2 or 3 of my teachers while I was a student. So in hindsight, like I guess the teacher should have talked to me, but shit, my teacher was fine. It was like 3 of them. They were fine.
At the end of the day, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get ahead. But
Thank you, Ronnie from Players Club. Thank you, Ronnie.
But don't if you gonna
be a problematic podcast.
No, it's not. No, look. So this is the thing, like. Free will, right? If you got a fine ass boss
and you want to holler at him, holler at him.
You want to holler at him, holler at that nigga. Get your bills paid, get yourself promoted, whatever. But don't come back around and just keep it copacetic or whatever.
And that be my issue too. And not that every woman
don't make it seem like I did it because of my job.
I felt like I had to because I hollered at a bunch of people I ain't have to.
I hollered at a bunch of people I ain't have to. Look, matter of fact, I should not have.
I knew I was like, this is so wrong, but I can't help it. Hey, what's up? And I made them talk to me in a sense.
Again, it's just one of those things as like. And I'm not trying to discredit. I'm not trying to discredit anybody that has been in a situation that
genuinely was like their boss like were really big and made them do stuff.
Like, I remember I worked with this girl and she had a kid and I remember her telling me that she was fucking with the owner of the bar or the restaurant. And I was just like, damn, for real? She was just like, well, I don't have no other option because, I ain't making no money here. So I was just like, well, damn. Like, I mean, I didn't want to get too personal.
Well, why she just didn't get another job?
I guess that wasn't an option.
Oh.
But apparently, like, he used to, like, she said that he liked really aggressive, rough sex.
Ew.
So, and mind you, she was like a really petite, like 5'1" Hispanic girl, real cute, and the owner was like this really super tall, white dude.
My vagina hurt already thinking about it.
And she said she said that she would have really she said that he enjoyed choking her.
Okay, that don't sound that bad. But now,
no.
Degree of choking?
Degree of passing out.
That bitch choking her out.
Yeah, choking her out.
Yeah, I like
choking is good.
A
little tug, a little pull,
a little hand on the throat.
Yeah,
ain't never hurt nobody.
Ain't never hurt nobody.
Ain't hurt me.
But I don't want to pass out.
I ain't trying to pass out. I don't need you to slap my face and bring me back. I don't need all that.
Yeah, no.
I don't even like to. But hold the neck, not squeeze. Hold.
Just place your hand
just
firmly.
Just hold it.
Right.
Don't choke.
Yeah. But she was saying that, and my thought was, well, why don't you just get a second job?
You get another job.
But again, to each their own. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to listen. So, but she was just like making it seem like she hated it. But I'm just like, well, don't use your kid as an excuse. I mean, that's what I felt like she used her child as an excuse.
I'm doing this because I have to. When it's like, no, you realize this is
just go
get another job.
Olive Garden is actually really hiring.
Yeah,
and you could easily make $200 to $400 a week.
Yeah.
without.
Yeah.
So that's like.
But I think for me, because I've talked to bosses and people of power, I mean,
I get
like
it.
it.
I love a
like
nigga.
it.
I love a nigga with some swag.
I like it, and like I said, but then I've also been the type of person if I didn't get what I wanted at the job, or true story, I fought with my teacher, dead ass. I promise y'all, I got a C in this class. That nigga still graded me, like legitly, like graded me. I wasn't one of the teachers I talked to. I was not skipping assignments. If I skipped an assignment, that nigga gave me a 0. It was like, all right, if you want to holler at me,
holler at me at your own risk.
Yeah, cool. But this is my job, and I'm not finna give you no pass because popping your pussy on the headstand at night. And I remember being like offended as hell. He's like, you still have to do the work, and I'm like, well, why am I sleeping with you? And he was like, nigga, like, I still take you out.
I thought you liked me.
But then, like, at the end of the day, he was right. Like, he still took me out. He still was, like, tossing me a couple of $100. And he still was like, we was kicking it. He was just like, yo, but you still got to do your work. You can't just not. And the thing was, I think because, too, I got brand new in class.
See? You don't know your place.
Yeah, I started getting brand new on them niggas in class. And,
you don't know your place.
The professor was like, let me bring you back into reality. I think people starting to know that, you're doing after school assignments and you coming in here like you hot shit. Let me
sit down.
You didn't do your homework, that's a 0. And he was like, Miss McDaniel, can you? I was like, shit, I didn't do that shit. Ain't that terrible?
See?
I was sleeping with him. But see, I think that happens a lot too.
Because you got comfortable.
You don't be sometimes, and I'm not talking about nobody. I'm not talking about you Me Too people no more. I'm talking about me personally. Sometimes you really do. You really do be thinking you got the hookup. You winning. You got the hookup because you
thinking you winning. You thinking you can call them after the shift is over, after class, and be like, "Hey man, what's good?"
Yeah, you think you can get out of assignments? You think you got to do your work? You thinking you about to get this promotion? It's like, no, I still have a job to do. If you want to give me some pussy on the side, that's your business. Cool. But I still have a job to do. And I think some people get it. I didn't necessarily get offended. It was just like, well, what's the point? But then I did like him, so it ended up balancing out anyway because we ended up talking like a couple of years. But originally, it was like, if I'm sleeping with you, can you at least give me an A? Like,
I mean,
and
you
I do
was getting meals.
I do. But when
you was getting meals on the wheels.
But when he said it, he was like, look, outside of school, I genuinely court you and I genuinely fuck with you and I genuinely like,
Yeah, it's a place of education.
But then I think people do that at work when you be fucking with the boss. You get brand new. Because I had a homegirl. She was beefing with like her coworker, but it was over something that was so ridiculous. And she was trying to tell me the story. And I remember telling her, have you ever thought that maybe the coworker know you sleeping with y'all boss and she know you getting special treatment? Because she was making it about like something that was just so irrelevant. I think she hating on me because it's like, no, woman to woman.
Woman to woman.
Yes. People, when some stuff is going down. And when people getting like special treatment because stuff is going down.
From the back in the back room.
Yeah, and they getting over because of that reason. So then you will start to feel away. And essentially it's like, I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And you're getting these accolades because you suck a dick during lunch break.
Woo!
And that happens. It's a messy world. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And I think there's nothing more frustrating than doing a good job in what you're supposed to do. And somebody eclipsing your ass because they popping it.
Let me tell you something. These hoes used to come in late. These hoes used to every other week. Not even every other week. Every goddamn week. They was in Vegas, Miami, LA.
Fuck with the boss, man.
And I said, these hoes don't ever get they don't ever get a week off. They don't ever get like reprimanded.
Nope. But
shift starts at 9, y'all strolling at 9:45.
That's what happens and that's the thing.
Who is y'all fucking?
But that's the thing, and I was trying to explain to people because I talk to people and like some people be having like these one-sided opinions, like, well, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, I've been a person on both ends. I've been the girl who's talked to the boss and used it for my advantage. I've been the girl on the other side who did the work properly and still got overlooked because the other girl was popping it.
Bitch, I'm telling
you need listen. Everybody, just put your chakras in line. Pray to Jesus every night. Talk to Allah. Cause
Speaking
it's
of-
fucked up. The world's fucked up.
Speaking of, y'all, I took this yoga class tonight. Sorry, sidebar. And I got my chakras aligned.
Yeah, get your
And
chakras
I'm
aligned.
vibrating on like 10 right now.
You gotta vibrate high, man. Cause honestly, like I said, I've been on both ends of the stick. It's very shitty when you do a really good job and you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Coming in on time.
And people, you get looked over
you
because
register straight.
yeah, or you get looked over because the girl is in a relationship or a situationship with the boss. And I've also been the girl who's been in the relationship and the situationship, and the girl who was doing her job, I felt away because it was like, well, you might as well promote me. I'm busting it open. She not. And it makes sense when you're on that other side of the spectrum.
Bitch, when I tell
it makes sense when you're on either side of the spectrum.
Bitch, when I tell you that shit used to irk the I say y'all congratulate and promote bad behavior.
Mediocrity. But then they not mediocre outside the job. So
This one girl, I mean, she would quit. I mean, 2 hours, an hour before her shift, quit. Be like, I ain't coming in. That's it. No explanation. No, I got hit by a bus. I ain't coming in. They say, all right, cool. We not gonna put her on the schedule. 3 weeks later, here she go. Talking about, can I get changed for a 20? Bitch, what are you doing here?
I'm telling you.
Wait, are you back?
I've been on both ends. It's a messy thing. And then the thing about work relationships, people was like, well, you shouldn't talk to people at work. Well, I mean, let's be realistic. A lot of people aren't working just 8 hours. They working
Hella hours.
12, 13 hours. Granted, it's nice to think that you're not going to talk to your coworkers, but it's a reason why people call it work wife and work husband, because people spend more time at work than they do anywhere else a lot of times, especially in certain industries.
Yeah.
So you'll be a fool to think that people aren't having relationships. I worked at a hospital. Them doctors and nurses was fucking. Period.
I worked at a bar.
They fucking.
Everybody fucking.
Yeah.
Everybody's fucking each other.
So it's terrible. But with that being said, don't put no Quaaludes and no Mollies or whatever the case might be in people's drinks.
No, just don't put people on a pedestal, because these people out here are trash. And a lot of people, 85% of these people out here that are y'all's faves are trash. They're trash ass people.
Everybody has another side. Don't put Quaaludes and Motrin and Robitussin in people's drinks.
Trash.
Don't, listen, if the girl is passed out, if the girl look like she about to pass out, if the girl looks like she's drunk, if the girl looks like she's super high, leave her the fuck alone. I just don't understand why y'all continue to bother people and try to mess with people high off narcotics. But with that being said, please, television, don't take off A Different World. I love that show so much. And I guess we're done. You can find me at Natoya Ebony on all social media. You can find Adrianna at Miss Cool _ the letter N the city. It's Recovering Party Girls at Gmail, and it's Recovering Party Girls letters at Gmail as well. We'll see you guys next week. Be safe. Don't leave your drinks out, and always have a friend with you when you're hanging out with new niggas. Bye.